Happy Friday, everyone. Nina here with your final news round before the weekend with all of this to come. Find out which festival celebrates all things pink. And Taylor Swift kicks off her UK tour. First, 2 days of events have come to a close to mark a very important anniversary, 80 years since D-Day. It was one of the most important events of World War II, a day which led to the end of the war. World leaders, royalty and D-Day veterans came together to mark the occasion, both here and in France. Let's take a look at what took place. As planes flew through the skies above Portsmouth, below, there was a live lesson as children got to see and hear from some of the soldiers that helped bring an end to World War II. 80 years ago, the D-Day landings saw Allied troops, including some of these veterans, launch an attack on the beaches of Normandy in the north of France. This work helped to lead to the eventual defeat of Nazi Germany. Politicians and royalty were there to pay their respects. Meanwhile, in Normandy, there was a reenactment of some of the landings, and in the evening, Princess Anne was there for a service at the Bayeux War Cemetery. Day one finished with a spectacular light show in Portsmouth. One piper in Normandy marked the moment that the troops stormed the beaches 80 years ago. A group of Royal Marines honoured them too by retracing some of their steps. King Charles and Queen Camilla joined the Prime Minister and British veterans that had made the journey for a service in Versailles at a new memorial built especially for the occasion.
Let us commit to carrying forward their resounding message of courage and resilience in the pursuit of freedom, tempered by the duty of responsibilities to others. For the benefit of younger generations, our gratitude is unfailing.
6 miles away, on Juno Beach, Prince William joined Canadian veterans.
Standing here today in peaceful silence, it is almost impossible to grasp the courage it would have taken to run into the fury of battle that very day. Thank you for our freedom, and thank you for your service.
Hundreds of beacons were lit up across the UK last night as a way of saying thanks to, bringing an emotional end to the celebrations. And if you'd like to learn more about D-Day, you can watch our Newsround special on the BBC iPlayer now and head to the Newsround website to read our guide to D-Day and why it was so important. OK, next, ahead of the UK general election, which takes place next month, there'll be another live TV debate tonight. It follows Prime Minister Rishi Sunak and Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer's big debate earlier this week. This time, representatives of the 7 biggest parties in the UK will take part. They'll face questions from the public and the audience over 90 minutes. The programme will be shown live on the BBC from 7:30. Music news now, and Swifties will know all too well that the pop star kicks off her UK tour tonight in Edinburgh. British and Irish fans have waited more than a year for the record-breaking Eras tour to arrive after she's been across the US, Asia and South America. But the wait is finally over, and tonight's show in Edinburgh is the biggest in Scottish history, with almost 73,000 people waiting to shake it off and sing along. OK, time for a roundup of the latest sports news now. Gareth Southgate has announced his final England squad for the Euros, and some big names miss out. Defender Harry Maguire has not recovered from an injury in time, while Manchester City midfielder Jack Grealish is also left out. England play Iceland tonight at Wembley in their final friendly before the tournament starts next week. And for Scotland, head coach Steve Clarke must trim his squad from 28 to 26 after tonight's friendly with Finland at Hampden Park. It's expected that goalkeeper Craig Gordon and defender John Sutter will be the players to miss out. And the countdown is on for another big summer tournament. There are just 50 days to go until the Olympic Games kick off in Paris. And one of the city's most iconic sights, the Eiffel Tower, has been adorned with the Olympic rings to mark the event. OK, time for our weekly dose of strange stories now. Take it away, Emma Louise.
Starting this week's Strange, have you ever invited your friends round for dinner and needed to extend the table to fit everyone in? Well, residents of 2 Lithuanian villages decided to celebrate Neighbours' Day by creating a table nearly 2.5 miles long. That's roughly 35 football pitches. It took several weeks to build and went over some rough parts of the countryside. After all that building, everyone sat down and enjoyed a lovely meal. I'd hate to have to do that washing up. Next, I wonder if pink soup was on the menu for that last story. Well, this town has organised a pink soup festival as part of a dedication to beetroot soup. However, the festival isn't all about sitting and eating soup. There are loads of fun pink-related things to do, like this giant slide, and of course, a model of a cow, painted pink, on a boat in a river. Nothing strange there then. Lastly on Strange this week, I have to show you this. A doctor found this goldfish randomly laying down in his garden. He picked the fish up, realised it was alive and placed it quickly in some water. After a while, he decided to get a proper tank for it and named it Alice. He said he has no idea how it got there as there are no ponds nearby. Sounds a bit fishy if you ask me.
Love it. Thanks, Emma Louise. Now, how would you feel if you were told you can't use your phone in school? Well, a group of head teachers in one city in England are backing a ban and asking parents not to give children phones until they're 14. Let's take a look at what you think. Taylor Swift, 74, doesn't think it's a good idea. They said their school is very far away and sometimes the bus doesn't show up, so they need their phone. Animal Fangirl agrees. They said they can understand it for children in primary school, but if secondary school children go home alone, they need a phone to stay safe. But Ella, 134, said, come on, you guys, you only get one childhood. No point letting it be ruined by constantly being on your phone. Well, thank you so much for sending in your comments. We always love to hear from you. That's all we've got time for today, but Ricky will be with you this weekend to keep you up to date. Have a lovely weekend and I'll see you very soon. Bye.